Look, we've been gifted an opportunity, and again, I take it open arms, very graciously. But it's an opportunity, and I say that because the draw for the Champions League was very good for Arsenal. On paper, it's our best route, but it's only an opportunity because it's not a confirmation at all, lads. Every game's going to be hard. Bayern Leverkusen, 2 games. We know they're a good team. Need to do the job. The winner of Sporting Lisbon or Bodo Glimt is still going to be good. And then obviously you have either Newcastle, Barca, Spurs, or Atletico Madrid, all good teams. So one at a time, we need to do it and make it to the final. By the way, guaranteed a team on the right side makes it to the final. What a coincidence. The left side, the last 10 years have all been won by teams on the left side. Obviously, you have PSG and Chelsea. Huge group there. Liverpool, Galatasaray. Still, Galatasaray have done well, especially against Liverpool in the last little bit. So, some tough games there. You take a look at Madrid City. That's happened. I think it's the last 7 years, 6 years, 7 years. Boys, that's gonna be a great game. And then obviously Bayern Atalanta. So whichever way it goes, it's very hard. Right side too, but especially the left side of the Champions League bracket. Um, what I wanted to touch on as well was the Premier League. The momentum and performances in the Champions League, of course, help the Prem and the mentality, but also in terms of playing Man City in the Carabao Cup final, also in the Premier League, they have 2 hard games in the Champions League. They have to play Real Madrid twice, and then if they win that, they have to play Bayern Munich. So, I mean, I don't want to count Atalanta out, but it's most likely Bayern Munich. So, not only short term does it help by Arsenal playing well in the Champions League, but long term, the tiredness, the injuries, the soreness City are going to get can play into Arsenal's hand. Now, I say it's an opportunity because Arsenal have been dealt very good cards, and they have the talent, the squad, the depth, the fitness, the drive. Everything is there. It's just, do they want to grab it, win each and every tournament that is in their way, um, and have a good, proud season? I think they've done amazing, but it's always the last stretch that's very important. City are very good at this last stretch. And in the last few years, we have come short. So this is the time to go and prove it and do it, lads. And I don't think they need to prove anything skill-wise. Everyone knows, they're the best team, I would say, in the world at the moment. It's literally just about showing the mentalities there, because that's the only questions. That's where the bottle narrative comes. That's where all this comes. Again, I'm not putting pressure on the boys. I back them no matter what, but I just do think if they play one game at a time, play to what they're capable of, they'll do well. And I also wanted to mention, in the Champions League, you can't tie, right? Like, obviously, there's 2 legs, yeah, but like at the end of the day, you kind of need to go for it, especially in these knockout games. And I think that's where Arsenal can take advantage. Teams will be a bit more open, so Arsenal, we can carve them up and play through them rather than be forced into corners and everything. And again, I've always said that's not Arsenal's fault. I think Arsenal are so good on the ball that teams are forced to play low blocks, forced to keep them out wide, and then eventually it's going to go out for a corner, a throw-in, or a set piece, which Arsenal are dangerous at, and we've had to adapt. But now in the Champions League, when teams can't just sit back and play low blocks like they can in the Prem and play for ties, I think that's where Arsenal are really going to take advantage. And it's going to be nice because, again, teams like Wolves that we shouldn't be dropping points to are able to. I mean, that is actually a different story. That's a different. We were shocking. But teams like Forest, I should say, when we drew at Forest, that was, a very frustrating watch just because of how low Forest were. But you know what? Fair to them. Fair enough. That's their tactic, and they did it. Whereas the Champions League, you see us go 8 for 8, beat the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of Bayern Munich, even PSG earlier on, not the semis last year, but it's because they actually have to have a go at Arsenal, and Arsenal are very strong. We can trust the back line, play through the midfield, attack well. And again, I trust Arteta. I think a lot of people are going to change their minds about him after this season. But yes, the Champions League has been an opportunity gifted to Arsenal. Now they just need to take advantage, show everyone that they have, you know, what should I say, the strength to get through the hardships that are about to come. And I fully back them, and they'll do it. So I'm looking forward to it. Cheers.